What's going on, guys? Dan Smith here, and we are back beyond the lick. The last time I did one of these was 5 years ago, I think I just checked. So we're going to do straight into it. Andy Wood on Junktown. Lick goes like this. Alright, so the lick happens at about 1 minute 49 on the track Junktown from the album Junktown. And it's based around this B7 box here. So, double stops. Starts up here. So you're grabbing the third on the 13th fret of the D string, and then you're going to grab the 12th fret on the B and the 11th fret on the E. So you get this. That's your first little shape. Then you're going to move that shape down a whole tone. Exactly the same thing. So let's just get these first three shapes and then we'll put the picking in. Then you're going to go down a tone again, but now instead of this note you're going to have 9th fret on the B and the E. Oh, sorry, 7th fret on the B and the E. And then 9th fret on the D. Do three shapes. And all you do is alternate the low note and the high notes. One more time. And then keeping this this B, this 9th fret on the D on the bottom, you get this, so you get, and then you're going to roll down, flatten your finger across the 9th fret of the G and the B, back to the 9th fret on the D, and then you're going to bar the 7th fret on the G and the B, and then pick. So you're going to keep the 7th fret on the B, take the 7th fret on the G up to the 8th fret. So up to there. So at this point, well, right there you can see that B chord. So you get in the root and the third, and then when you drop that down, you get the flat 7 and the 9th. And then when you drop down again, you get the 5th and the root. And you're doing this classic. I've had that loads of times. So up to there. Then we're going to grab the 9th fret on the D and the 8th fret on the G. There's a little third. And you're going to take this and move this down chromatically. So same deal as what was going on up here, but now in the lower octave. And it's a pick, and I'm picking I'm picking with my pick and middle finger. So you get them at the same time instead of that. And pick the first two, and then I'll just slide all of them. So slide into the first one, and then pick the second one, and then slide that down with a semitone. So up to there. And then the last bit is kind of a bluesy thing. So, now, Andy told me about this. He said he puts the root note on the top, which makes it slightly more difficult. Do that if you want. So without the root note, you're going to go 9, 8, 7 on the A string. Then you're going to hit the 9th fret on the E, and then go 5 to 6 on the A, and then 7, 6, 5 on the E. So. So really what we're doing, this is kind of an enclosure, so you're walking down from here, which is the 5th of our B, and then grabbing this, which would be the same down here, which is the 2nd, So it's kind of a, you got that kind of Mario vibe. So really we're going from the 5th and aiming for the 3rd. And then we're going to walk down from the root and then leave it lingering on that flat 7. So I'm picking, pick, pick, pull off, pick, pick and hammer, and then picking the rest. Now if you want to get the B on the top, what I do is I'll pick them both together with the thumb and middle finger, pick and middle finger, sorry. So I'm picking again, both of them, and then pulling off. And I'm leaving that ringing while I hit the 9th fret of the E, the 2nd of the B. And then from there, all the way through. You can really hear that B7 sound. It's pretty much all chord tones. All right, so how do we take this information and make our own lick with it, or our own idea? The first thing that came to me was this is based out of this position, the B7, which is rooted on the 6th string on the E. It's kind of out of that position. So you've got all this kind of stuff. Now, instead of, if you wanted to put it over another chord, so say you wanted to take it to E7, instead of just doing the same thing up here, I've moved it to an A-rooted position. So rooted from this shape, on this E. So, works out slightly different, but this is the idea. So pretty much the same information, but rooted on the A string. We have to jig it around slightly just because of the range, but it's starting the same. So we're going to grab the, so based off our E now, we're going to grab the 3rd, which is up on the 11th fret of the A. And then we're going to grab the root and the 3rd on our G and B string, so 9th fret. So you get that, which is the same configuration as this, but now based out of this position. So, same thing as before, take that down 2 frets, whole tone. So now you're getting a kind of E9 position, similar to there. Cool, so, then we're going to do this, a little bit stretchier. So you got the 7th fret on the A, 4th fret on the G, and 5th fret on the B. So we get our root, 5th, and then root again. So just those 3. And now to get the this, it's a little bit tricky in this position, so I've gone. What I've done is just kept the root note on the bottom, grabbed our 4th, gone back to our root, and then hammered on from our flat 3 to our 3. So you're keeping that on, so up to there. And again, this is pick, middle finger, pick, middle finger, hammer on. Just do up to there. Now, instead of taking it down to, which would be keeping in the way the other lick went, we're going to jump up. So we've gone, and now we're going to slide back up to where we started, but now instead of getting the 9th fret on the B, we're just going to get 9th fret on the G this time. So just our root and our 3rd. So you get, and then we're going to do the same move as before. So now we're getting 3rd and root, and then sliding down to get our flat 7 here, and then a low 9th. So up to there. And then, as before, same information as before, just now on our E. So we've gone, we're going to jump up to our 5th, which is the 9th fret on the D, and you're going to go same as before, pick, pull off, and then you're going to grab the 9th fret on the A, jump back here to our flat 3 on the 5th fret of the D, hammer on, and then 7, 6, 5 on the A string. One more time. So that little bit. So I'll do the whole thing. So the good thing about this now is, as an exercise, if we were to sequence that, so say we went B7, E7, A7, D7, and then G. You could use these, the original, the Andy Wood lick, which is kind of around this E position, and then the A rooted one, so back around this, and then drop the whole thing down a tone that you started on, and then drop the second one down a tone, and resolve to G. So you're playing over B7, E7, A7, D7 to G. So you could do something like, something like that. So, I mean, maybe you wouldn't want to do that in a solo because just, you know, it's just the same thing and people would catch on quite quickly. But as an exercise to move that kind of stuff around and outline the changes, it's pretty cool. So the third lick, third and final, I've taken the essence of the, we've gone the other way around. So we're going up this time. And that goes something like this. Cool, so a bit more constant than the Andy Wood lick, but it's still cool nonetheless. So now we are starting in this A position. So now we're going to start with this double stop on the 5th in the root. And then we're going to go, so you're grabbing the 5th fret on the B and the E with your 2nd and 3rd fingers. And then you're going to go 7th fret on the D, 5th fret on the D, back to the 7th. And that on its own is a good thing to practice. Reminiscent of the kind of that kind of vibe. So, and then you're going to slide up 2 frets. So you're going 5th fret on the B and E, 7th fret on the D, pull off, hammer on again, and then slide up to the 9th fret of the D. And now we're going to grab the same shape as before. So we're grabbing our flat 7 and our 9. Then you're going to hit the 9th fret on the D again, slide up 2 frets, up to the 11th. And now we're back at the beginning, if you like, from the other lick. And now we're in A, so get that. Good idea as well to kind of alternate between these two groups. So when I'm moving up, it's kind of gets that more percussive thing going on. That kind of vibe. Cool, then. This little chromatic bit. So we've gone from here, you're going to hit the 11th fret on the D again, but then move the top grouping up, down 1 fret. So now we're on the 9th and the 8th fret, and then we're going to grab the 10th fret of the D, and then down 1 more fret. So. Then, slightly tricky bit, you're gonna pull off from 9, 8, 7 on the G string. And then slide down to the 4th fret of the G. So, like that. Then you're going to grab the 7th fret of the B string, and then the 5th fret on the G, which is our flat 3. And it's not there for that long, but I still like to try and get a bit of a. So. That kind of thing. Then you're going to slide from the 6th fret on the A up to the 7th fret and grab the 6th fret on the G. So now you've got this another little double stop. You've got the 5th and the 3rd. So. There it is. Finger wise, actually, I'd probably grab it with my 2nd finger. Maybe like that. And now, again, same as before, we're going to take this little pattern, do the little chromatic move. And the bottom notes, doing that. The bottom notes kind of almost don't matter that much, because you can get it. Almost get there. That kind of thing. So you go in 7 and 6, 6 and 5, and then 5 and 4. So. And then from there, you're going to grab the 5th fret on the A, pull off to the open A, and then slide from the 3rd fret on the A to the 4th fret, and then grab the 2nd fret on the G. So. And then what I quite like to do is add this flat 7 here at the end. Kind of a bit of a crunchy voicing. Or you could even go something like that. So you kind of get that, you get the crunch there instantly, and then when you put this one on, do the whole thing. All right, that was the last lick. 3, 1 original and then 2 of my own design, little twisted kind of thing. I encourage you to do the same thing with any licks that you learn. There's no point just kind of doing the same things verbatim, as they say. So comment, like, subscribe, all that YouTuber stuff that YouTuber people say. If you've got any suggestions of any licks or any plays you want me to try and look at, I can do that. There's plenty of licks out there to be stolen and exploited. So, until next time, bye.